Hey yo, what it do? This your boy Tony ToteBag, and this is Culture Topic.
Wow.
Salute to my hustlers and what's poppin' to my entrepreneurs. Texas, stand up. Oklahoma, what it do, baby? Missouri, what's poppin', man? LA, man, what's poppin' out there, man? West Side, yes sir. New York, VA, South Dallas, man, stand up, man, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. East Dallas, what it do, man? Duncanville and DeSoto, what's poppin', baby? Alright, your boy is back. You know what I'm saying? I feel a little bit better, you know what I'm saying, today than I did in the previous couple of days, man. So, you know, I appreciate y'all sticking in there with me, man, and enjoying the videos and things like that. I come back with, I was debating, I was toying with which story I wanted to tell today, because I can give you a little preview of one I was thinking about telling. There's a story about another jail that I had to go to, you know, and so, and all of the ins and outs of that, I was torn about telling that, but then I thought about it. I was like, nah, I'll save it for later, and instead I'll go ahead and answer a question through a story. So the question that I had was, what was one of the worst things that I've ever seen in the streets or whatever, in the hood or whatever? Like, you know how people want to know exact, you know, they want to cut the chase and get right to the gore, you know. So that's how it is these days. Shout out to that tequila, man. So they want to know what's the worst things, or one of the worst things that I've seen in the streets. And so I'm gonna answer that question right now through a story. But first, I want to let you guys know about the imagination. Your imagination can take you wherever you want to go, wherever you want to be. Your imagination, you know, your imagination can take you there. And also, your imagination could be something that takes you down into a valley. And what I mean by that is it could destroy you, because things are on your mind, you know. Excuse me, this is something happening in real time right now. I know y'all love me, y'all don't mind. Trying to see what's going down. Okay. That's cool. All right, look. So your imagination, man, could really run wild. Is what I'm telling you, man. And y'all know this is true. Your imagination it could have you doing things you don't even want to do, thinking things you don't even want to think, because you just don't know. You just don't know, and you're curious, and the only thing that you have is your imagination, your mind. So the question is, what is one of the worst things that I've ever seen in the streets? So I'm gonna have to go ahead and elevate your mind on this story right here, because I've told you guys stories of you know, dead prostitutes and things like that. This is a little different. Okay, so one day, you know, I'm in the East or whatever, and I'm at the crib, and I've been saving up some money. I wanted to buy a pinky ring. I wanted to buy a gold and diamond pinky ring, or at least a gold pinky ring. I wanted one of the two. I had to have it, and I was gonna get it, you know. So I saved up the money. Young dude. So I decided, you know, the quickest and fastest way for me to get it while being in the hood or whatever is just to go over, you know, walk over to the pawn shop. Well, the pawn shop was like, I don't know, 5 blocks away or whatever, you know, 5-6 blocks away. Walk over to the pawn shop and look at the jewelry. They had really nice jewelry. Pick out me a pinky ring, and then come on back to the crib or whatever. So, you know, I take the walk to the pawn shop. I get to the pawn shop. I go in. I check out all of the jewelry. I select a diamond and gold pinky ring. You know, I cashed the man out, you know, cashed the teller out, and then boom, you know what I'm saying, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go back to the crib, you know, take that walk. So that's what I was doing, you know. So I'm walking back to the house, man, making that trip down the boulevard or whatever. And as I'm walking on the sidewalk, I started to notice like red on the sidewalk, like drops of red specks on the sidewalk as I'm walking down the sidewalk or whatever. And as I continue to walk, there's more red, and I determined right away what that was, and it's blood. But it's dried up blood, but it's fresh dried up blood. So something just happened. Maybe that night before, you know. And man, so I'm walking and there's more blood, and it leads, if you can imagine how a house is made or whatever, when you're coming off of the sidewalk and then you turn to go to the house, you might go up a few steps, and then there's that strip of walkway, and then the steps to the house, and then you go up. You know, you're on the sidewalk, and then you're going up the people's little steps, then you go down their strip, and then you go up to the house. Okay, now there's a church in this where I'm just speculating a house is at. This is a church, so there's blood going all up the sidewalk, and then when you turn to walk up the walkway to the church, there's blood leading all up that way, all up the stairs. When you get to the front of the church, there's blood all up the main stairs. There's blood everywhere. And I'm like, what the hell could have happened? All of this blood, you know? And I didn't see anything or hear about anything on the news or on the streets or anything like that. But that was like so much blood. I couldn't imagine anyone surviving that. And it made me wonder, you know, what happened? Was it a massacre there in front of that church? Did someone, you know, get shot coming down the street that I was coming down and ran up to the church step and, you know, collapse and die? Did someone, you know, try to commit suicide, hurt themselves and collapsed, you know, on the church steps or whatever? You know, there's so many things that, you know, run through your mind when you see so much blood on the sidewalk and so much blood leading to the church. You know, that was crazy. It's leading to the church or whatever. So that right there, I had to use my imagination as to what happened, because there was no news about anything on that street or in the neighborhood that coincided with what I seen. To this day, I wonder, man, what the hell happened that night to have all of that blood on the church steps and on the sidewalk like that. I wonder about that. So, to answer your question, that is one of the worst things that I've ever seen in the streets, simply because I don't know. There's nothing I know other than massive puddles and drips of blood all on the church steps. I might entitle this video "Blood on the Church Steps," man, because that's exactly what it was. So I hope that answers your question, and maybe y'all can let me know down in the comments what you guys think might have happened or could have happened, you know, in the neighborhood that night, to have all of that blood, you know, left over the next day on the church steps. Blood on the church steps, man. Well, this your boy Tony ToteBag, man. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and slide out, man. Get up out of here. I am the founder of E-Style Fashion, you know, only on Amazon. Your boy's here, man. I'm here for you. I'm gonna continue to drop these videos for you guys. Continue with the hip hop news, the detention center stories, the jail stories, the hood stories, all of that, and more possibly. All depends on what you guys are, you know, looking for. So until next time, man, I'm out. Y'all tell the people y'all love them. And Tony, man, I'm out. Peace.